Hello again. Today we're going to be talking about an application of derivatives which is called linear approximation. So let's get started. If we can't really evaluate a y value, if I don't really know what the y value is for a corresponding x value on a graph, what I can do is I can use the tangent line to approximate it. So what I do is I find an easier y value that's close to the desired one, and then I draw a tangent line and I follow that tangent line to the x that I actually want. All right, so let's talk about an example of how that's done. Let's say I wanted to find the value of e to the point 3. Okay, well, I don't really know what that is, so let's plot the function and let's see if there's an easier y value to calculate that's closer to the y value at point 3. So I know the y value at x equals 0. That's going to be just e to the 0, which is 1. So I also know that the derivative of e to the x is e to the x, and when I plug 0 into that, I'm also going to get 1. So my tangent line is just y minus 1 equals 1 times x minus 0. So instead of following the function to get to an x value of 0.3, I'm going to follow the line to an x value of 0.3. I'm just going to plug 0.3 into this line, and what I get is 1.3. So I do know that e to the 0.3 is approximately 1.3. You can see that the difference between those two y coordinates is not very far. Okay, as another example, let's say I wanted to find the sine of 3, which is not something that I really know offhand. So let's plot the function. That's sine x, and let's see if I can find an x value that is close to 3 that I can plug in. Well, I know that pi is close to 3, so let's draw a tangent line at x equals pi. The derivative of sine x is cosine of x, and if I plug pi into that, I get negative 1. And so my tangent line looks like this. Y minus 0 equals negative 1 times x minus pi. And so if I want to know the sine of 3, I follow the tangent line instead of the curve and plug in 3 into this linear equation, and I get y equals negative 1 times 3 minus pi, which is, if I distribute that negative 1, it's pi minus 3. And so the sine of 3 is going to be approximately 0.14159. So that's how we use tangent lines to approximate function values that would otherwise be hard to calculate. If you have any questions on this, please let me know, and I will see you tomorrow.